Today is August the 2nd, year 2020.
Oh, shoot. Hey, y'all, one person. This time I'm going to do my live with StreamYard. For anybody who may be interested in joining me today, or tonight rather. So I'll send out the link and we put it out there. Well, it's been a while since I've been on StreamYard, but they added some new features. So other people could join in from various different social media sites, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want anything on Facebook. I don't have Instagram or nothing like that. Even though a lot of these services and social media platforms, which is either owned by Meta, Facebook, or Google, it could connect to a lot of different sites automatically, but I'm not going to do that because when I go on my when I come on here, it's really more of a vlog, not no type of um, branding of anything like a business or anything like that. So, and besides, I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I would like to grow my channel. But like I said, mine is more of a personal vlog of my experience and just a way for me to connect to the very close people, which I could count on my hand, that I keep in contact with on a regular basis. Anything else? I don't try to promote any particular product or sell anything or make it like a business per se when it comes to YouTube. Now, if I ever get to a point where I could expand myself, market myself, brand myself in a way, or become some part of some particular sector, which I'm not going to be part of any type of thing, especially things like the beef sector. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be, oh, I'm part of the um, gig economy per se, even though I grew my channel because I had participated in the gig economy like Uber Eats and Grubhub, and I basically documented my experience through the years for at least what 6 years now. But anybody want to come on? Just click the link and maybe I'll get more people to come on because, like I said, StreamYard, I'm doing that for a very long time. And usually when I usually get at least 5, 6, 7 people watch me. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and see if anybody comes on. But the one person, one person who's here listening to me, hey, just come on and see who's on here. Who's on here? I know I usually get the same person, um, especially if it's I don't know, maybe Dorian, maybe Phelps. Who else? Maybe David. I don't know. Who is on here? Who's the one person working in the background, watching me? I would like to know. And I don't remember putting any particular title either. So let me see. I'm gonna go on my phone. Let me look on here and see if I could see myself. Yep, it says live. I'm looking at myself live. I'm looking at myself live. Oh. I'm looking at myself. But there's nothing. I'm trying to figure out what is the actual title. Okay, ignore that title, y'all. Great news got promoted as tax expert lead because that's an old title. That was from last year, late last year sometime. So that's not the topic. But for those who didn't know and want to congratulate me, I thank you very much. But that was last year's summer, right around this time too, August. It was at least August the 5th when I interviewed and applied for the position, and I heard about it. I was accepted to that with that position sometime in October. So sometime around this time of the month in August, they usually tend to start calling people back or asking people if they wish to come back for next tax year season. So sometime between August and October, November, they'll start asking people to come back. But I don't know what's going to happen this year because it wasn't really a busy season for TurboTax where it was busy, and I've seen that they started to not give as many spotlight rewards where you get these points for gift cards. That was very low, but even as a lead, you really didn't get a lot of those. Oh, goodness, my bad. You didn't really get a lot of those perks. And then they didn't really have crazy overtime the last tax season like they used to. But I pretty much try to explain to someone who's been there for like 10 years, and it was like, I don't know. She sounded like an airhead. I tried to explain that I said, with all this automation going on, AI, and all these changes and things, and the fact that COVID, a lot of people were doing were either trying to do the taxes themselves, or there were so many changes that it wasn't like you could do a lot of things with the taxes and then automation. Because even today, I heard that the IRS is going to, in the year 2025, 2 years, they're going to be eliminating where people were able to do things by paper. Because believe it or not, there's still a lot of people who still do tax returns on paper and mailing it in and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be eliminating the use of people trying to do that, but everything will be electronic. But I told people that years ago. I said, they're not going to be doing no mail, because I worked in the service center in Atlanta. When they get the paper return, they mail it in. And then when they shut that down and started going more digital, electronic filing, and they had closed the service center up there in Chamblee or Buford Highway. That was the people who worked. That was, that did the paper returns, the processing of the returns. I remember how they used to do it. They used to have 1,000 people in one big room on the computer transcribing those paper returns. And then when they closed that Atlanta Center down and moved everything up there to Michigan, they were still processing it by paper for a little bit. But but what they basically did was it started going um, streamlining the process for the last few years. So you could imagine that they're going to be really modernizing the IRS and how they do things and everything else. And that's going to trickle down to companies like TurboTax and H&R Block, where it's going to be done like a snap of a dime. So, but people don't listen to me, you know, they just want to, well, there's always going to be somebody that's going to have to do people's returns and this and that or whatever. I said, man, the more you simplify the tax process and the more data that's being collected through these years, it's going to come to a point where if you have a simple return, they already have the information. All they need to do is either say, here you go, this is what you owe, or here you go, this is what your refund will be, or they may not even process to the point where people think they're going to get these big refunds. Oh, I'm getting a check. Any refund you receive is only overpayment in tax. But eventually, they're going to have it all figured out where it's not figured out. They already have the data. You wouldn't even have to go to no tax preparing place and get it done if you have a basic simple return. Because let me tell you, all these credits, all these tax write-offs people be trying to promote on YouTube, how to reduce your taxes and this, especially if people who work these gig economy jobs, Uber Eats and Grow Club and all that stuff, they be trying to make it like I could do an LLC, and I don't care. As much as I try to tell people you cannot do it or whatever, the more and more people think they doing something. I'm like, mm-mm. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that topic because I'm tired of mentioning it. I'm tired of talking about it. People learn, they'll see. They will see soon enough. But anyway, so today I switched my different zone with Walmart, and I changed the zone to areas closer to my home. I'm trying to download this dumb video because I'm trying to edit my video and post it. So maybe I'll figure it out sometime when I'm sitting in bed. I'll figure how to post it and talk about my day. But basically, I stayed more closer to my house and changed the zone in the area that I wanted to go to, and it was pretty good. I mean, yes, I started kind of late. I didn't do it first thing in the morning because I had an appointment today, and I just simply went up the street of the Walmart. That was my house, and it was like 3:45, and I had 14. How many customers did I had? I ain't had a whole lot. I had 9, but it was like it was $40 and some change. So I did get a tip from that because it was $38, and then someone left me a tip. So you can get tips when you're working a batch. But I think it was that young guy because all I had all day with that first batch. I was delivering school supplies. So, and when I pulled up to, I don't know what customer number he was, but when I pulled up to him, he was already went outside, came to get his school supplies, and he said, "Oh, you're delivering for other people?" Oh, yeah, and so I knew he probably had to do his homework because today was the first day of school. I think today was the first day of school for Gwinnett. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was the first day of school. So come next week, in the coming weeks, a lot of people will be going back to school. But I've been delivering, when I did do a lot of batch orders, I've been delivering a bunch of school supplies from the Walmart because when I even did a shop last week, no, it was Monday I did a shop. There was a lot of kids and teenagers, parents all over Walmart just getting school supplies, whether it be snacks and stuff for school or um, school clothes. I didn't really see people shopping too much for about school clothes, but I know those things, school supplies. And I was like, oh God, if I had to do a shop with school supplies, you know how aggravating that would have been? Because picking those orders up and the way they pack, one of them packaged this thing all loosed up in the bag, and then I um trying to figure out who had what because they just came to the car, start scanning and start throwing it in the trunk. I said, wait a minute, I'm trying to sort these things out. And then I had to go to the places and people had like 20, 30 items, and I had to figure out who had what. And then at the end of that particular day, last week, I end up missing. Some people didn't get all their stuff. I said, wait a minute, how the hell I got these folders? I still got it in the trunk. One tablet and a couple little folders was left. I said, dang it. I said it probably was that first couple people because it was a lot. I had to, I was like, oh my God. And they had so many different types of glue, so many different types of pencils, so many different types of pens, folders, and I was like, oh, this is. I was like, ooh, I thought when I was doing the grocery shopping for the groceries and the food, I thought that when you be looking for beef, you gotta look for this type of beef. You gotta look for this. Don't let it be something multiple. You know, like how many goddamn versions of um, paper plates. You know, I'm saying, okay, the easy way for me to do it, if I look for 200, 200 quantity, but then you got 200 quantity of foam, 200 things of this type of plate, and this too. It was like, God dang. And then it'd be all be the same brand, whether it be a Walmart brand or some other brand. They have like 50 billion different brands for one product. I was like, that could be aggravating. Let me tell you, I was like, that'll slow you up. Now, that's why I tend, you try to get to the area, go to the section, scan, and trying to find that particular product that they want. And then they don't either have it, and then you got to see if you could substitute it. I was like, anyway, it could be a little bit. So I know I'm glad to get those light packages, but when you got 14, 15 customers to deliver, 9 people and everything, and they don't package that bag in a way where it makes it easier, I was like, I don't understand it. All they had to do is put them in one bag, sealed up, put all the schools, and put the labels for each one. Not me. When I get there, I gotta like look at the bag, scan the label, find the little bag, trying to find, make sure, why this bag don't have a label and this got these school supplies and this and who gets what. When you have 15 customers and whatever, it could be a challenge, let me tell you. But anywho, now I see I don't have anybody on, so I guess I'm going to end my video. But anyway, please ignore that great news got promoted as tax expert lead because that's last year's title. And I guess that was the last title that I had when I was on StreamYard. So that was my day when I went to the new zone, not too far from the house. And actually, I ended up cutting down a few hours, no hours, several miles of deliveries. Usually, so I have to end my track, end my miles. Let me end it right now. And according to the tracking miles, my tax deduction $57.17. I drove 87 miles, 0.29 miles. But see, I had left the doctor's office to go up the street to the Walmart that I was at. But I don't think I did anything extra. Hey, Sophie M. Oh, don't. Okay, watch the replay. But that title, "Great News Got Promoted as Tax Expert Lead," that's an old title from last year. I got promoted last year. I got promoted last year, so that was an old title. But thank you anyway, because um it's seasonal. So right now I'm just waiting until they start revamping again, which probably be in a few months. But I will be having some changes when it comes to that, because I'll be going to GWU, Governor's Western University, to get a bachelor's degree in data analytics. And compliments of Amazon, they'll be paying for me to go to school, since I told them there was only two reasons why I'm staying at Amazon. One, because of insurance, and two, because I get to go to school for free. And but thank you anyway. So I think I did talk about that promotion last year. hmm So basically, I was just talking about Walmart Spark and how I went about changing my zone to be closer to the house. And I end up driving less miles today, even though I did kind of drove in a circle, because I wanted to. Who got access to my tabs? I'm looking at something. Anyway, I'm trying to I changed my zone because it's closer to the house. But the difference I could tell from the previous zone I was in versus the new one, I could just go straight up the street and start at the Walmart, whichever one that's busy or buzz me, without having me to drive an additional um, 30 minutes, 30 minutes or 20 something miles to get to the first start off point at the Walmart. So I could start off some Walmart that's close to my house. And after talking to a couple of these associates, I said, "How is the store lately?" Regards, they said they're busy Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Sunday tends to slow down. So I said, okay, that was good to know. And I could kind of gauge my way of saying, let me go to the Walmart at this particular up the street, start off there. And I I'm not going to a whole lot of apartments, because see, I live in Stone Mountain area, but I live closer to the Gwinnett, Snellville. I'm not. I'm familiar with Grayson and all those areas, and they don't have a whole lot of apartments. And I'm going to houses, and I've seen so many. I thought I've been all over Snellville and Grayson, but man, there's some places that I haven't seen that I was like, man, look like I'm in the country. And it's right up the street. It looked just like a country with farms. I saw a whole big, beautiful um, land. It had goats. It must have had about 20 goats. I said, man, whoever would think that I go 8 miles up the street or whatever, I would see goats, farmland. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of areas that's not been overdeveloped, and but I started seeing a lot of subdivisions and these beautiful trees being torn down and people building houses. So, but anybody, I could see why so many people moving to Atlanta metro area um, want to buy a home. But there's still some building of houses, but um, you're gonna have to live way out in the country. Now I'm not talking about Augusta or anything like that, but that's something to see too. But one day I'm gonna buy me a camera. I want to buy me a little camera so I can start filming some of these scenes that I'm talking about and let y'all see my journey. But it was pretty good today, you know. I know I have to. I know I have to gauge when I start doing it, especially around rush hour traffic, because everybody's going back to school. They started going back to school today in Gwinnett County. The DeKalb County probably either go tomorrow or Monday. I don't know. Who knows? That's going to be something with all that traffic during the rush hour. So I'm gonna have to see. I do need a hey AB. I do need a GoPro, but I want the one. I don't know. I'll go on Amazon and and y'all could probably help me find me a good one. But I don't want the one that's so complicated. I want something that I could probably wear, still be able to record, download, figure out how to edit. I don't know. I know I bought me an old camera back, years ago, and I remember someone telling me, you don't even use it, and it's probably true. If I show y'all, where's that dang camera? This old handheld camera. Y'all could be, I probably could still not use it to do that. I know that for sure. But where the hell is it? Let me see. I kept it on this dang desk for so long. What the hell? I don't got it no more. I know it can't be so expensive no more with the GoPro. You need something with a chest strap. Well, AB, look online and send me a link. Matter of fact, do you want to come on? You can click on the link and you can come right next to me. You ain't got to show your face. At least hear somebody's voice. You don't want to click on the link? Let me put the link in there again. Anybody want to join? I don't got no StreamYard Pro, so they only give you so many hours in a month. But I would like to get one now. That would be very interesting. I guess I'll make my videos very interesting and y'all could ride along with me, see some of the beautiful sights, goats and horses, and some of these beautiful land that I see. And the thing about it, it's amazing how I could go 5 miles, 10 miles up the road and it'd be a whole new vibe. It's not the Metro Atlanta ghetto, not that kind of scene. But when you go out in the outskirts, even when I live in some parts of Stone Mountain where I live, I could go right up the street and I'd be like, dang, I ain't never knew this was out here. People got land of horses and cows and chickens right here in Stone Mountain. But it's a lot of beauty. And I want to get one anyway because I'm going to start doing my walking again. I would have gone to the park today at Stone Mountain Park, but I got home. It was, I think my last stop, I stopped at 9:40. So, but I didn't get any orders because the minute that thing stopped spinning, I only ended up taking 3 orders today. Was it 3? I made $68, almost $70 from 3:45, and I stopped around. Technically, it was 9:00, but I didn't get any. At that point, somebody snatching the order up so quick. $68.64 that I made today, and I got $1 tip that's unconfirmed. So $69. Then someone did give me a tip at $5.91. So, and it was a batch order. So I did end up getting a tip. So maybe I'll get some other tips later, but if not, I ain't gonna worry about it. So yep, I did 3 deliveries. The first one was $38.11. The second, and it was 8 batch orders. I don't know why it said 8, but I sworn that thing said 9, but it said 8. So that was $38.11 plus the tip of $4.31. So that didn't include that. Then it was $10.27. I did 2 orders. And then the third one was 2 orders for $13.27. I could have had another one, but when I went to go back to the Walmart, it was spinning and it wouldn't let me accept that other order that I had. And I was like, dang. So I could have done 4, but something happened with the app that it started freezing up. So I had to, but as I was driving, that's when it picked up. So sometimes going to these subdivisions and some places you drive, the internet may lag it and then they'll pop up. But one thing I'll tell you about this new area is closer to the house. I know if I'm picking up orders, it may be, some people may be like, oh, this distance is too far. I'm not going all the way to Buford, or I'm not going all the way. But, 99.9% of the time, you ain't going to no apartment complexes. That's for sure. Now, when I was in my other zone, it was a 50-50 mix. I'll be going to apartments and I'll be going to houses. But the thing is, going to that old zone I was in, I had to probably go 30 minutes to get to whichever Walmart I wanted to go to, or Sam's Club or whatever. But I'm not going to abandon my other area, but I'm going to give this new one a chance. I may split it. I may do closer to home as it's get later on in the afternoon, and probably go to the old place, the old zone. I keep saying old like I've done this new zone forever. This is just my first day. So you could always mix it up. But once I figure out how to download and did this screen share and show you the video of my tape today, I could probably show those who wish to know how you could change the zone and how to do it. But I'm quite sure some people know how to do it, but I never saw no one do a video like that. But anyway, I'm not going to be long on here. Thank you, 3 people, for joining. AB, Sophie M, and who else I'm missing? I'm missing somebody. I'm missing someone. Well, whoever else is lurking in the background listening. But anyway, I guess I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And I have to let me see. I'm trying to see if I could do a delivery early in the morning, because I noticed that it's not based on your market. I noticed that in the morning it could be busy. And then when it gets to the mid-afternoon, it tends to kind of slow down a little bit. But for some reason, when 2 o'clock come along, that's when it starts picking up again. And I don't know why it always gets so busy, to the point where I know why. Because people don't want to do shopping during rush hour when people are leaving to come home. So anytime about 3, 4, 5 o'clock come, all of a sudden all the orders start popping up. Because nobody, because everybody's probably either stuck in traffic, or they already en route doing other things, or people who working early in the morning, they probably kind of, made their little bit of money and then they stop. But I'm going to see how it feels to do first thing in the morning and see what happens if I could do it late at night. But I'm going to take some breaks. I will be taking breaks, especially when school starts. Because when you get in that school traffic, let me tell you, that school traffic will be a mess. So I know they go back to school around 7-ish. So it may take a little bit longer, But when you stuck in that school traffic behind those school buses, you know, you have to go back to the Walmart every 20 minutes after the hour. I'm trying to figure out if it's the same all over, that the new orders drop 30 minutes after each hour. So I was told that anytime at 30 minutes after the hour, but then the orders come in at 20 after. I don't know. I know it's either 20 after or it's 30 minutes after each hour or 45 minutes. And I don't know. Somebody who, if you do StreamYard and you watch my videos, please tell me. I would like to know because I have yet to figure out, they call it round robin. Is it 2? Is it 20 after the hour, 30 minutes after the hour? I know that when I'm driving, I always tend to keep watch and see. So it is a certain time frame that is either first come, first serve. And when it's first come, first serve, it could be snatched up like this. I'm like, God dang, can I at least, get a chance? But I've been getting some good ones. I get some good ones. I don't mind doing those batches. If it says 38 miles, no, it ain't gonna be like 38 miles. That'd be ridiculous. If it says 29 miles doing 10, 15 customers, I like those. I love them. Because if I could get 2 of those tomorrow, if I get those big batches like that, that's $38, $40. You could do 2, you could work maybe a couple hours to do the delivery, especially if it's small and little. If it's little packages, shoot. I could do that all day long, every day, all day. If I do a grocery shop, I could do that all day, every day. I could take my time. But some people be, But if I could do, those batches. Now, the only thing about the batches is sometimes if it takes you way out, it may take you a little bit further away from the Walmart. But I'm going to do it. I've done them. And I figure out when I'm studying algorithms and data, because a lot of people, on these channels, YouTube, like to complain, thinking, and the analytics and this. I said, that's a computer. The computer dictates and assigns people what batch of orders based on your orders, based on where you are, based on if I start to notice that when I get orders, and they know that you work a few hours. They know how many hours one works a day. They know where people live. When I say they, I'm talking about the algorithm. And they tend to give people orders based on, are you a person who always go in that same area all the time? Because I swear today, even though this is my new zone, I swear to God, I was going to the same area. I'm literally going all the way around a circle in the neighborhoods. I'm like, dang, I passed this area, this street every day all day today. Even though I only did 3. But I said, shoot, I look at it like that. One big map. And if you just one big map and you know the area, you can literally draw a big circle in the radius and you literally just going through the neighborhoods, going up and down the street, So that's how I look at it. I don't try to calculate how much do I making per hour. And I'm making $15 per hour, and I'm doing. People doing too much. Some people are doing too much. It says it's 20. If it's 20 miles and I'm getting paid this, I'm getting paid less than whatever. I said, that's too much. That's too much calculations per hour and per this. The thing is, it's just make a goal, make a thing. Say, you know what? I want to make $100 a day. People act like it depends on your market. No, it don't depend on no market. When it comes to Walmart, everybody is basically the same in regards to when they go shopping. Even if you do Instacart. Even when I did Instacart, I knew with Instacart, and I made a killing. Y'all watch me when I did Instacart and Grubhub, and I never tell people how much money I make. I never do. I don't be like, "Ooh, look at this! I made $1,000 this whole week." It was good in the beginning. Let me tell you, 5, 6 years ago, it was good. I was making, and I was being lazy. I wasn't hustling, and like some people would do like 10 hours a day. I wasn't doing nothing crazy like that. But my little 6, 7 hours during the week, and weekends, Saturday, Sunday, back in the day with Instacart and all Grubhub, I said, okay, I'm making a good $300 for 2 days or whatever it was. But I didn't calculate per hour and all that. That's too much because when people start overthinking about trying to calculate, I mean, it's good to keep track of it if you keeping track of a spreadsheet and trying to, you keeping track of what you made in miles. But I just turn on the app, track my miles, and I look at I look at I look at the orders. He said, you know what? If it's small, little packages, and I look at the time. That's how I look at that. If the first order is 147, and then the next stop is 150, 3 minutes, that means you're 3 minutes apart between each of the stores you go to. And once you get to the first order, say you're going 30 miles. From the time you leave the store, how many miles did you travel to get to that first location? If it says 5 miles, that means it's 5 miles minus 30 miles total that I'm supposed to be driving. Then it's like, okay, I'm 25 miles away. I got 24 miles to go. And then every other order in between, you look at the time. But then you also have to factor in, okay, what time is it now? It's 4:30. That means you're gonna be delayed by 5, 10 minutes based on traffic, rush hour. And this is going on the side streets. People going home, you're getting stuck with the school bus, so you have to add extra time, especially now that school's in session here in Georgia. So if there was no traffic, if it was like smooth sailing, you ain't gotta bump into some kind of gate code. Ooh, that was the headache. I said, shoot, I'm so glad I did with the places I went today. I ain't had to go into no subdivision with no gate code. I ain't had to go to no apartments with a gate code. And that takes up a lot of time. You'd be surprised how much time you adding on to your delivery. Because when I finished that last batch, that first order for the day for $40, it was what? 3:45 that I went, that I think I finally was able to leave the store. So let's say 3:50. I didn't. My last delivery drop off was 6 o'clock. It was 6 o'clock. I knew it was going to take me 6 o'clock that I was going to finish because I had bumped into a whole lot of traffic. That I had to bump into a whole lot of people going home, and then trying to get across the highway on whatever I was at. You got to do a lot of people going home. I was like, God dang, that was a lot. That's the only thing about it. You got to factor in that time. But when people say, "Oh, let me hurry up so I can get to the next round robin," you know, if you finish, says I finished at 6 o'clock, and I said, okay, I know I'm at least 20 minutes away from a store. So I said, okay, I'm gonna keep it turned on, watch the pop up, and then say, boop, take it, and then it says 20 minutes. I just go about my business. But another thing, I know another reason why it took a little bit longer for me to finish that delivery for the first one was because I went to get something to eat. That's what it was. I went there to get me some Jamaican patties. So I kind of made me a little pit stop. But then I had so much time trying to get out of that street to go onto the road because it was already rush hour. I said, "Shit, it's already rush hour. It's already backed up. I might as well stop and get me something to drink and something to eat." That's what it was. If I didn't do that, I probably would have at least finished a little bit before 6. But that's how I did it. That's how I think about it. So they updated my leave again at Walmart, not Walmart, at Amazon till the 18th of August. But I have to wait and see. You know, I got to look and see about my appointment. I have to go to the doctor's appointment one more time. Not one more time. I'm still going through physical therapy. I have about probably a good month and a half. I have to look. I have to ask because I think I have several appointments remaining until that is finished, and then I have to submit my claims of going to the doctor's offices. But the doctor that I went to today has nothing to do with my injury. This was something else. But it's going to be something I'm going to talk about. Some of you, I know I told a couple of y'all personally on the phone, but I'm going to bring up a serious topic and something more personal that I'm going through. And it's not really a joking matter. I know some people I know, you need to make medicine, you need this, but it's something I want to talk about because I kind of brought it up today. And some of y'all I know personally. I never met most of y'all yet, but it would be nice to one day for me plan on doing something where I could get to meet some of y'all because I've known some of y'all for a long time now, 4 or 5 years, and I talked to some on the phone and y'all became really a part of my life. I look at y'all more than just YouTube subscribers. Several of y'all I considered friends, personal friends. Only thing is that I haven't met people face to face, but I would like to one day have someone come over to visit. Even some people I met, they would say, they always notify me, say, I'm coming into town, and I met Lillian, when she came to visit her family and went on vacation somewhere. I met up with her. Some people, well, I'm not going to say who these people are, but they had their own YouTube channel, and I met them personally. But we met it was me and several other people we met as a group. That was a few years ago. They came to visit, and they actually just stayed at my house too. I would have loved to think that we were friends, but Kim, I'm not gonna say her handle name, but if anyone who followed me for years, y'all would know what I was talking about. And then we never really kept in contact. We never really. I don't know if I would consider her to be friends. I don't know. Sometimes some people, they only meant to be in your life for a reason and a season. And then, of course, Avon, she actually came. She didn't stay at my house, but she stayed at the Marriott in Stone Mountain Park. And we went out, we met, we went out she treated me for my birthday. So that was very good. We went out for my birthday. It was a few years ago now. I know it was before COVID. So COVID's 3 years, 20. So it was before that. So it had to be at least 4, 5 years. I haven't seen her come on my channel lately. I did try calling her a few times, and after that, lost complete contact, so I don't know what happened. I hope she's okay, but and some people I also talk to on the phone on a regular basis, but after that, I haven't really heard from that person either. But they popped up on my channel last week, so I was kind of surprised. But even then, they didn't really. I don't really get to talk to them as much either. So some people, whatever reasons why they don't want to, talk to me or be friends or whatever, I don't know. But that's going to be something I want to bring up and discuss personally, probably the next couple of days. But I'm not going to discuss it now because I've been on here for 50 minutes and I want to lay down and go to bed. And then some people I talk to, they'll call me and they concerned. Some people I know they genuinely concerned. You know who you are. I'm gonna say that to David. And then of Colas, I know he's going through a lot. So hopefully everything is okay with y'all. And the ones that I really know personally, I would love to one day just meet. I mean, I know a lot of people financial, situations. They may not be able to, drop or pop up a dime or whatever. But I guess one day I'll make a trip to Baltimore, make a trip to Orlando, make a trip to. I don't know if this person lives in California anymore, but who knows? I know a lot of things people go through, but that's one thing about my channel is that my channel is really not a, hey Charlie, where you been? Come sneak here, look at Charlie down. Come here. Come here. You want to see Charlie? Come here. Come. Okay. Charlie, come here. Come here. Come. Come on, so people can see you. Look at Charlie, y'all. Hey! Uh-oh. What's going on with you? What you been doing all day? Hey. Charlie likes to roam around outside in the backyard. And then when I go to sleep and lay down, he come. And it's always like a certain time of the day. 2 o'clock in the morning, you come jumping on in my bed, or he likes that new spot because he likes to stare at that. Yeah, he did get big, skinny, but he got big. And then he liked to sit on that windowsill looking at the window. And I'm looking at the window. I said, Charlie, what you looking at? So when he had these birds and all kind of things. Say hi to YouTube. Hey. How y'all doing? My mommy stopped giving me people food because I feed you cat food. I cook breakfast, bacon. Today I made some fried chicken with some waffles. Here he go. He want chicken too. Now I know I gave him just a little piece, but he been greedy. Yeah, he is a nice looking cat. Black cat. I would like to get me another one so he could have a brother or a sister. No, I want another male cat. I don't want no other female cat so somebody gets pregnant and I have a whole bunch of cats. Hey Charlie. Hey Charles. Nini. Bye. Bye y'all. Okay, you can go down now. Good night. I'll see you later on tonight when I go to bed. He gonna be jumping right in that dang bed. And then he got the nerve to be just want to be at the foot of the bed. I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, and he'd be right there, like he wants me to move out the way. But see, you know what? That's what I get. I never got his own little cat bed, but he likes to be right all up on me. He got three other rooms, and sometimes he do be sleeping in other room. See this bike behind me? Sometimes I be like, Charlie, where you at? He be right there on the bike, laying down on the bike. If he's not laying down on that bike, he'll be at the step, or he'll be in the other room, like in the window. And then he'll come, jump right on the bed. I'm laying down. He like to be at the bottom of my foot. For some reason, he likes to cuddle up right there at the bottom of my foot. But I still love Charlie though, because one thing, but he is warm. It's not even cold in his house. I can understand the winter, but it's nice and cool in this house. So I guess he wants to be warm. I don't know how it could be warm. It's warm. It's what? What's this? It's 82 degrees in the house. I got the window open. So he likes the breeze. He likes the breeze. But Charlie is something else. I know that. When he wants his food, when he wants his dinner or breakfast, he be like, I'm like, what you want? And then after that, I go downstairs, and he'll guide me to where he wants me to go. He'll guide me right there where that bowl that's sitting there in his spot. And I swear he'd be looking. He knows how to look in the pantry, or he knows to look where if the cat food is on the table somewhere. He's looking at it like he could read where the cat food is. I know he could probably smell the cat food, with the bag and stuff. But he's been a good boy. I think Charlie gets more views from me. If I've been watching a lot of other people YouTube videos, they actually be making sound effects of their cat or dog. I've been watching these two. This man, he had these two collie. I don't know what those dogs are called, but they are so cute. And then it has one cat. He got one cat and two dogs. And boy, they be funny. Sometimes I be thinking that they actually talking. So I haven't yet schooled him how to be YouTube ready and to make cute videos. But I'm gonna see if one day he'll do his little catwalk, and then I'll probably put a little song to it. Pretty girls walk like this. But it takes so much. Hopefully, I'll get my GoPro. But anybody make some suggestions, send me a link. AB, you can actually send me a link if you see one on Amazon, and something simple. I don't want nothing complicated. I don't want no. I'm not spending $400-500 on no GoPro, because GoPro gotta be cheap by now. I want something very inexpensive. All right, y'all. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna lay down, see what's going on in the world of YouTube channels, and I have what's tomorrow? Wednesday? Not Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I'm supposed to get a call back from Western Governors University, or WGU. I know they're gonna accept me anyway. They already have my undergrad transcripts. So, and I've been that's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about some free programs that one could learn without having to incur all these costs and student loan debts. I'm going to make the announcement. Yes, I'll be on tomorrow. I was going to make the announcement that my student loans has been forgiven, but the last time I got so excited about that little $20,000 or $10,000 for forgiveness, I'm gonna talk about that, because I got an email from the Department of Education that my student loans were forgiven, and that's under that income base. So anybody interested in wanting to know about that, let me know and I could talk about it because don't fall for no scam that somebody said that they could do the paperwork and it'll cost this amount of money. Don't do it. So I may talk about that, but I don't want to get too excited too quickly. I gotta see it to believe it. So if that's true, then what they say it is because of the income base. I've been paying these student loans forever that I finally got to the point where it's been wiped out to zero, but I don't want to get excited yet until I officially get that notification. But so far, that's not a new program. That's been in existence for a while, and people um, were able to do so. So I said, "Shit, I'm 50. I'll be 55 years old in November, and I've been paying these dang raggedy ass student loans even when I bought this house, which has been 14 years. And prior to that, I was paying. So I said, I remember when they told me about it. And I said, you mean to tell me I'll be 50 something years old when this thing finally gets paid off? And I was like, oh God. But you'd be surprised. I will see it and I want it and I'll see it when I believe it, put it that way. So I don't want to be overly excited about it. But once I do a video, it is titled and it starts, I'll let y'all know. But so far, it's been forgiven, but I have to wait till they process it. But I'm one of those 500,000, 600,000 people that have their student loans forgiven under the income base program. So basically, you pay your student loans based on what your income is. And after 20 years or 25 years, they say it's been forgiven. And I feel like I've been doing it forever. One good thing is that I did pay off my Perkins loan years ago, but I've been paying, I was like, ugh. I hope that's true. I hope it, not hope. Please don't get bamboozled because I was so excited when they first said the $10,000, $20,000. But I think now that they shut it down, that they finally were able to offer some type of, it's not assistance. It's because I committed to 10 years plus working for the federal government. So it was under two things that I could have fell under. I said, "Damn, I work for the government and I took this low paying job forever." I said, so I fall under two categories where my student loans is really three. Three things came up how my student loans would be finished. One was a lawsuit they had with these profit organization schools. When I went to got my MBA from Capella was on the list for the lawsuit. University of Phoenix, Keller Graduate School. It was hundreds. It was under this lawsuit they passed that people who was going to these private for-profit schools and the way they displayed their advertising about that they was accredited and data showed that people who went to those type of schools end up making way less money than those who went to high school and they were the way they were marketing it and advertising it. They kind of put it this way, it was determined that they were making a lot of false claims about their graduate rate and they got sued. So I fell into that category. I fell into the public service, 10 years of public service, and also income base. I've been paying these dang student loans based on my income forever. So, but I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. I hope y'all keep your fingers crossed for me too, because anyone who watches me and you in that same predicament with student loans, I could talk about it if you want. So let me know. But anyway, thank y'all for watching me. AB, Sophie, who else on here? All y'all. The rest of y'all who didn't come on and say hi, being shy. Maybe Dorian, maybe Lynn doing your due, David, um, I don't know. It's a lot of y'all. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all tomorrow evening, and I'll let y'all know how it went tomorrow. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later.